Video we're going to be creating the roof for the top of the house. So this is just one example here of one of the homes. You'll notice that this one does not have a floor on it. That's okay because we're going to make a base. So what I want you to do is take the black arrow, select anything else that's not in the house, get rid of it, hit delete. Then take a big selection, or you can do Command A and select the entire thing. Right click and make that into a group. Then after that, go to the rectangle tool. We're going to click and create a rectangle that's about the size of the house, or a little bit bigger is okay. Then we're going to take the push-pull tool. I want you to push-pull down, let's say 1 inch. Now you can see how thin that piece I just made is, that 1 inch. So you know what, let's make it a little bigger. Let's go 2 inches. Okay, now once I've done that, things are looking okay, except you'll notice at the bottom there are some pieces like this piece of furniture that's sticking out to the bottom. We don't want that to happen. We want it to be level with the ground. So what do? Click back on the black, back on the group you made, right click, edit the group, and now you can go in individually and grab these pieces and pull them back up. So for example, this bed was placed too low. So what do we need to do? Well, we need to take the move tool, we need to click on it, you got to bring it up like that, and then you can get like to the edge of it. If you get close enough, you can get to the edge here, and we can just kind of pull this down until it's so you see the box not disappear like that. So that looks pretty good, I believe. You can always go to this edge. You should be able to pull down on it. Just make sure that it's flat and that it's on the surface that looks like it's pretty darn close, okay? As long as there's that, you should be fine. I'm going to zoom back out. Okay, so click away again, back on this piece. It's still grouped together. We just edited it, but it's still a group. This bottom piece, I'm going to triple click. 1, 2, 3. That's that whole base we just created. I'm going to right click and make that a group also. So you have 2 groups so far. Then we're going to hit Command 1 on the keyboard, or you can go to Camera, Standard Views, Top, which is Command 1. You'll see it from the top. We're going to zoom in a little bit, and what I want you to do is click away from everything, then grab the pencil tool, and we're going to create boxes to create the roof on top of this. So I think sometimes the best thing to do is really use the line tool in this. Go to one of the endpoints of the group, click, 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 and then close it. And you'll see kind of like a roof sort of begin on top of it. Now what you can do from there is take the push-pull tool, click, pull up, let's say another 2 inches or so, and you can see this little thin sort of roof I've just placed on top of everything. So you can do that in all the different parts of the house, right? So you can go here, 1, I'm going to go all the way to here, I guess, 2, 3, 4, here, 5. So in some cases here, you know, there's probably a mistake somewhere where it's not closing itself up. So I'm going to undo. Trying to get one that hits the entire top. So you can try to use the rectangle tool possibly. So I'm going to go like this actually. I'm going to pull a rectangle. I'm going to do it this way instead. All the way to here. Click. Take the push-pull tool. Pull up 2 inches. And now what I want to do is take this one and I'm going to drag it across. And you can stop it at any point, you know. I could stop it right here on this point. That's totally fine. Then I can create another one and so on and so on. Then what do you do with these? Well, you go onto them. You take your pencil tool, your line tool, you go to the midpoints, you click, you drag across, depending on what kind of roof you want. See that little line I just made across? Take the move tool now, go right onto that line, pull it up. When you pull it up, tell it, 5 inches or 25 inches, whatever you want. So I'm going to click pull up, I'm going to begin to pull up, I'm going to hit 25 and then inches. So I get this kind of little roof like that. You can make yours much higher if you want, that's up to you. So I would do the same thing over here. Take the pencil tool, go to the midpoint, go all the way across to the other midpoint, right? Take the move tool, go onto it, Go from the side a little bit so you can see the angle of it better. Go up 25 inches. That looks good. Right, so now they're both exactly the same height. You can see the two pieces to it. So you would do the middle piece. You might do another piece over here, however you want to do it. I'll do one more, right? So we're going to kind of click, boom, push, pull this up 2 inches, and then we're going to go onto this thing, right? We're going to pull this over. We're going to pull this side over. Then we're going to move this side over. I'm going to leave a little gap, all right? But kind of get the idea here, I think. Take the pencil tool, go from the midpoint to the midpoint, take the move tool, move this up, we say 25 inches. All right, so we have all these different roof pieces now. So what do we do with these? Well, you take the black arrow, triple click, 1, 2, 3. It grabs all of those that are connected. You can hold shift, grab all these. Matter of fact, you could click on this group that's on the bottom, hide it, click on the major group, this one, of all the house pieces, hide that, and now you're just left with the roof pieces. So what could you do? You could select all of it, right click, and group it. Got it? All right. So then from there, you can just go to view and where is it on here? They changed it. Unhide all. That's where I was going. Unhide all and bring everything right back for you. And now you have 3 basic groups: the floor, the house, the roof. And you can take this roof with the move tool, and we can move it over to here. And now when I print it for you, we're going to have a roof that's separate. We're going to kind of bring this down so it connects to the same base line. All right, same baseline. I might move it over just a little. And now when I print this, you'll be able to have a roof that we can put on top or take off so people can see the inside of the house.